Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Castro. This is Charlie Rose with Shelf Genie. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to meet with you guys today and look at your home and see how we can help in the process of being able to get that more organized, easier to access, and certainly much more easier to use on a daily basis. Let's look at the different areas that we talked about and the designs that we came up with. And so for here we'll start just to the area to the left of the stove. What we want to be able to do in this far end cabinet is to make it useful and have a lot of utility use and that you can change it. This one combined with the one that is to the right of the refrigerator, left of the double oven area, I think are going to be the most versatile in terms of being able to maybe move some things around in between the two if you want based upon where you're using it. But here what we have is full glide outs. We opted to go with the white bottoms. If that's something that you want to change back to the wood tone color bottoms, we can do that, but this is what I put in there for the design that I've given to you guys. These are also going to be soft close rails, so we did give that as a free upgrade as part of the senior discount there too, so you can see the benefit of that discount there on the bottom line of the proposal. But these are 5-inch units at the top and bottom. The top one is going to be positioned based upon the tallest content you plan on putting on the bottom, so we'll raise or lower this one when we do the actual installation of it to get it exactly where you want it. Then to the area just to the right of that, to the left of the stove, this is where we want to be able to put in the big KitchenAid mixer. So to give you an idea of context and what it would look like, I just went ahead and put a KitchenAid mixer in there so that you can see. I've got this one a little higher, so you can see you're going to have some space above it. This is going to be room to put some of the implements, the mixing implements that may come with that. You can also put the other handheld mixer, maybe even some of the measuring cups or mixing bowls in there if we've got the room and the height for that. So those give us some options and what we can do in that space. I think it's getting that out of the closet so that way it's easier to access. It's going to make a big use and big help for you too there too. And directly underneath the stove, what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 glide outs here. So we've got the bottom glide out and we've got 2 glide outs above them. And what I had in mind is a place for us to be able to put our lids, and that's what I had in mind here for this level on the middle. So we can position all the lids and stage them across throughout. On the bottom, this is going to be a spot where we can put larger pots and pans that maybe we don't use quite as much, but what we should really focus on the top is the ones that we use very frequently. In fact, probably every day. So this is where saucepans should be. Some of the skillets and things there too. If you've got some of the cast iron, those things can go up on top here. But these should be the things that we use very frequently. And then above that, what we're going to do is we're going to convert this false drawer. The only thing you'll need to do is get a handle. We'll put that handle on there for you if you can get one for us. But we'll attach that. You're going to have a glide out box on the top. Now, we may have to cut this one a little bit short or notch it out of the back because the gas regulator where it comes down is right up in this area. On the right side, but that is something that you're still going to have plenty of space with the design that we have in mind for what you want to do there. To the area to the right of the stove, we are going to attach the door, and we're going to come in and add some dividers here. I've got 3 shown. I think as we talked about it, as Miss Debbie and I talked, we want to do 2 in this space instead, and so I'll get that taken out, but you get the idea. These dividers are adjustable, so you can move them left or right to position whatever width items that you have stored in there. Keep in mind, the more of these that you have in there, the more likely, the less space it is by the thickness of the dividers taking up space as well. They're not that terribly thick at 6 millimeters, but sometimes it's good to have less dividers than it is more. Plus, it saves a little bit in terms of cost too. But you're going to be able to put dividers or put items in the front as well as items in the back when this pulls out. Really going to make it easy for the cutting boards and things like that. And then you're going to have room still on the top to be able to put some stuff up there too. So I think there's some added benefit to having that space up there as well. And then continue back on over to this side. This is where I thought we could get a lot of the casserole dishes. It's where I originally had in mind for the mixing bowls, but the mixing bowls we may want to slide over there to where the mixer is. But the casserole dishes, some of the Rubicons there that we've got that we can use, and some of the other small glassware and stuff too. But I think this would be a great spot. I do recommend 3 here just because of the height of those items. None of them are terribly tall. And again, this is where you can stage this accordingly and make it real easy to access there for you. Then let's look underneath the sink to see what we have here. Pretty straightforward. The only thing I wasn't able to show that I wanted to is this is going to have to be notched out in the back. And the reason for that is you've got the supply lines and the drain lines for the sink that are coming through here, the plumbing, that we want to make sure that we work around those. And I want to take advantage of the depth on the left-hand side, but like I said, we'll have to notch around the right-hand side. But this 5-inch deep unit is going to give you plenty of storage capacity for the cleaners and stuff that you have, and it's going to make it real easy to get to there as well. And then the last thing we want to look to the right of the refrigerator is we're going to come in here and we're going to cut out this center post. It's not a load-bearing support, and we're going to attach it to the door. So I want to show you what that looks like. So right here, it's going to be a cut seam just like that, and what we'll do is the door will be attached, or the stile will be attached to the door. If you're right-handed, we typically recommend attaching it to the left side door, as you see here. But again, that's what we're going to do. We'll cut this, smooth and sand the top edge, paint it to match as closely as we can there. Same thing at the bottom. But what I had in mind here in this space is 2 5-inch units. They're going to be very large, very wide, but that's going to give you a lot of versatility in storing. I didn't put a divider in here, but we talked about potentially a divider that can house all of the current large cups and stuff there too that you can have, and mugs and stuff there. So if we wanted to put a divider front to back that is adjustable, and maybe you could nest all those things on one side, or you can even do a divider across and then have all of the cups and stuff in the front. If you use them regularly, then we probably want to put that up top if that's what we're going to do. But you can see here that's going to be some very wide drawers that are going to come out and allow you big access to that space. So this is a lot of real estate, and it's in close proximity here too if we look to the countertop. So that may be something that we change a little bit of how we use this space compared to what it's been in the past, just because it is such big real estate. So, but anyway, that's kind of what we had with the design in mind for your space. I think all of these solutions are really going to make it easier to use your kitchen on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think it can have a big impact. So as you have questions, feel free to email me, give me a call. We'll answer whatever questions we will be able to. And then note that your time frame is, we're in as big a hurry as you are. If you're not in any hurry, then certainly we're not going to pressure you to be in any hurry either. But know that there's about a 5-week lead time on this so that we can get everything underway. But again, I do appreciate the time and the opportunity. Hope this is something that we can work on with you. And you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much.